This is Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. So good to see you guys here today. Today's reading is going to be for my Libras through Pisces. Yes, we're back. We're back. Okay, by popular demand. We're going to go through the last 6 signs on this beautiful Friday night. Don't act like y'all sleepy. No one's sleeping right now. So get your butts over here into this live and enjoy it. Okay? Alright. If you guys resonate with the readings, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Yes, it helps my channel. If you guys want personal readings, go to my email. Click on more in the description box below. Click on more and you're going to see my email. If you want to donate, which I'd appreciate, okay, it helps my channel. You can Cash App or PayPal, or you can donate on YouTube. We're also going to spend some time doing lives, like live readings. If you just want a quick live yes and no, or maybe 1 or 2 cards card pull, we can do that. You guys decide how you want to do it. We can always do playtime. That's at the end of the reading. We get to answer live questions for you guys. So yeah, let's get started. Let's pray. We're praying to, the universe, infinite wisdom. You can call it God, the Almighty, that's fine, Allah, whatever you want to call it. It's beautiful and it's omnipotent. So to me, I just think it's beautiful that we're able to tap into that energy and just bring that in for a second into our awareness, because I feel like a lot of us bringing that energy in makes me at least feel a little bit more grounded. I don't know about you guys. Hey Rebecca, welcome. I was thinking about you. This week. I'm doing well. Hey NRV. Nice to see you again. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I know a lot of you guys are going through your own thing, recovery. Some people aren't, they're just going through a healing phase right now. So I'm there with y'all. Okay. Hey, welcome everybody, welcome. I don't know what down camera means. I don't know what that means. Bring the camera down, is that what you're saying? Okay. Let's get started, okay? We're gonna timestamp. Bye. Hulk. Hey Kimberly, welcome. Okay. We're gonna get started Libra all the way through Pisces, okay? Libra, 323. Welcome to everybody that's just joining the chat. I'm excited to see you guys. Okay. So I feel like Libra this week, I feel like you're just on a run. There's a part of you that just wants to go and boom, move. I feel like you're getting this urge, this fire within you. So if you were resting, trying to rest a lot, it almost seems like you're just done with it. You're ready to pick up and you're ready to go. I feel like you're ready to go pursue your dreams, or there's something about realizing that you're nowhere near where you want to be, but so it's like it's giving you the ambition, or it's like it's this hunger within you that's like, I want to go and I want to achieve. The only thing is that, because I see you with the 8 of Wands and the 5 of Wands, there's a little bit of conflict here, because I feel like the divine is actually telling you to rest a little bit longer or to slow down. So I feel like you might not be happy about that, because if the divine is telling you slow down, enjoy the moments, there's so much you can enjoy here. It may not be going according to your plans, but this is your time to rest. It's like slowly getting you somewhere. So the divine's like, look, your destination or wherever you're going is going to get you there, right? The divine's like, we're going to get you there, but just enjoy it. Take your time. There's no rush. I think it's because there's an awareness, or maybe you've had to sit still for long periods of time and really reflect. And I think that's the thing that's got you, like, maybe, I don't want to say down, but maybe there's a part of you that's just tired of resting too much, or you're tired of having too much time to think, or maybe you've just been feeling like you're not where you want to be. But that, again, that's an inner conflict. I feel like there's something here about the mind feeling restless and wanting to move, but your body and every other part of you is like, no. And I think you know this instinctually. So you're having a little bit of a hard time kind of adjusting to slowing down, because the fire within you, Libra, it just wants to run. It wants to win. It wants to conquer. It wants to move. You're feeling restless. With the Queen of Wands here, is your volume low? No, why? It's my voice. Can you hear me? No, it's my voice. Is it too low? What do you think? It's just my voice. Let me know if you need me to talk a little louder. What do you think? Or can you hear me? Okay. I know I used to be so loud. I remember. You remember when I used to be super loud? Rebecca was there when it was like really, it was so loud. You didn't even need to raise the volume. That's how loud I was. The Divine's like, no, we can't do that anymore. With the Queen of Wands, I'm getting, this is you. This is you. You are like, you have fire and you have passion, but you're still moving in divine timing, which the Divine's like, take your time. Because they're going to ease you into everything. Maybe in the past, you were always restless, or there's something about you always needing to move. Maybe it's because you're trying to avoid some type of emotion from rising, or maybe you've done too much healing. Either way, the Divine told you what happens. I feel like you learned a very hard lesson, Libra, about moving too fast or trying to do things on your time, versus if you do slow down and do things in God's timing, you will feel better. Things will align properly. Things will be easier. And I feel like you learned a very, very important lesson last season or last year. And I think that's where you're learning. Yes, although you want to move and you're feeling restless, it's not the time. You're at from the Eagle, from the Eight of Wands, is moving really quickly, trying to, but slowing down to, here's the Nine of Wands. I feel like it's because you're gonna be busy, but I feel like whatever work you're doing, or whatever you're doing as like this on after work, it's like you're always trying to be busy, but you're gonna have a lot of work. You're gonna be doing a lot this summer, and I feel like the Divine's like, okay, we have to do it in a way where you don't get exhausted, because if you burn out already, it's not even Leo season. If you burn out by Cancer season, it's not gonna be good. So again, I feel like you're doing an amazing job. I think what's going to help you is if you sit still and really reflect on all that you've accomplished. Because I feel like there's something here about you feeling bad about not accomplishing enough. That is a lie. You've done a lot. You've done a lot, and you've grown a lot. But if anything, life has taught you what? You can still achieve all the dreams that you want, but take your time. Okay? We shouldn't have to burn out in order to achieve dreams. If we're not enjoying the moment while we're doing something, are we really living? You guys can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me. What about now? Okay, thank you. Somebody was saying there's no sound. Okay, hey Constance. You guys are killing me with that. There's no sound. There's no sound. Okay, as I was saying, you guys are doing an amazing job. It would help if you sit there and start thinking of all the good things that we've done, all that we've accomplished, because I feel like right now the mind is restless and it's looking for a reason to run, but it has nothing to do with what you're doing. It's more of like a confidence issue. I feel like you're trying to move and prove that by you doing, you're achieving. That is an outdated belief. But if you're sitting still, taking your time and enjoying what you're doing, you're winning. That's success. So I feel like that's what you're learning this year, or what you've learned so far. Okay, so I feel like, again, you guys are just doing the right thing by taking your time, slowing down, and still getting things done. That's the way to do it. You don't want to overwork, overload yourself. It's not a good strategy. And again, I feel like you guys have learned that lesson, and now you're moving with in divine timing. Okay? For some of you guys, I feel like, yeah, that's what it is. It's like, take your time, or be gentle. Be extra gentle at this time, because I feel like you're feeling sensitive. There's issues of worth, like self-worth issues that are like arising, but they're not real. Do you see what I'm saying? They're not real. I just think you've had a lot of time to think, or you have too much time to reflect on like what you have not accomplished yet. But again, it's an illusion. You don't have to accomplish anything in this lifetime. Just the whole point is to be happy, right? To be at peace. And I feel like that's what you've wanted, and that's what is yours to have, no matter what happens. Feeling happy is something you can have. I don't think anyone can really take that from you. And if you don't feel 100% happy yet, it's because there's healing that's taking place. So please be gentle and kind with yourself at this time. Okay? Okay. That was for my Libras. I'm turning on incense. I swear I'm not getting high. Okay? I'm not getting high. Okay. Dude, y'all, I tried one time to upload. You know how like there's readers that can smoke weed and then they can just download, and they're downloading some shit from like 12D? Like, I tried to do that once, guys. I was like, I could not, okay? So, I tried. It was not for me. Okay. The next reading is going to be for my... What's after Libra? Why do I always forget? Scorpios. Okay, Constance. Girl, people were laughing at me. They were like, what is wrong with you? I was like, I don't know. I couldn't form a sentence. I couldn't do anything. Okay. Scorpies, my Scorpios. Alright, let's get started. My Scorpios. Knight of Cups. I'm getting the Hermit card for you. Scorpios 1422. Don't forget, I am time stamping everything for you guys, so let me know. You can always, when the live is done, you can go to the numbers. Okay, there's something here about deja vu. Oh, somebody has the horse as a spirit animal this week. If you see horses, this is the spirit animal that's trying to come into you right now. That is asking for, it's the type of spirit animal that's guiding you at this time. It's very fiery, it's independent, it's free. It's all about freedom with these horses, stallions. But I'm not getting that for you. I feel like somebody feels regret about a path that you did not take. There's a path There's a path that I think you had an option to take and you didn't take it. And I feel like you're starting to feel, it's like you're starting to think back as to like what would have happened if you would have taken a certain path a bit ago. It could have been a year ago. Yeah, that's so weird. You're thinking of the road not taken, the path not taken. And you're wondering if you would have gone to the same place or if you would have been. I'm kind of wondering. Let's see. Let's draw my cards. Another lifetime. I think you might have done things really differently in this lifetime versus another lifetime. I think that's what it is, and you're feeling tripped up about that. Yeah, I feel like somebody chose, I feel like you chose your heart. You chose yourself over another path. Maybe a path with someone else. Let's see. I think it's deeper than that. It's not just about like a person. It's okay, whatever you're reminiscing about, this has to do with a path that I feel like you're starting to question the path that you're on. If it's not about if it's correct or not. I feel like there's something here that you think you're missing on this path, and you're wondering if you made a misstep or there's a path that you were supposed to take to get you more advanced or to get you at a different outcome. I feel like you wanted a different outcome, but it's not. It's because you haven't had an outcome yet. It's like you're taking a summary, a sum of everything you've been through, and it's almost as if you're not willing to accept it, or you were wondering if there was another path that you should have taken to get you a better result. Do you see what I'm saying? It almost seems like a little bit of regret. But I think, I don't know if it's because you think you made a mistake, but I don't think you did. I just think that you made the choices that you made, and that's it. Like, if you're not accepting of those choices, then it's going to be really difficult for you to start over. Because if you're not accepting of what you've become, I mean, think of the person you've become because of the choices you made in the past. I think that says a lot. Are you happy with the person you've become is the question. Forget the path for a second. Are you happy with the person you've become? Do you feel like you've become stronger? Do you feel like you've learned great lessons in this lifetime? Just because you haven't gotten to where you want to be does not mean that the person you've become isn't part of the story. Because remember, this is the person that you're going to need. The person you've become is exactly that's what's going to help you get to a certain outcome eventually. It's just not here now. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't forget, we're not at the finish line yet. Okay, we're still on the path. We're still doing. We're still working. And I feel like there's something you're still. It's like you're starting to question whether you've learned lessons properly or if you've got what it takes to get there, but that's not it. I just think it's because you haven't gotten to a certain outcome at this stage of your life. I think that's why you're starting to doubt yourself. But that's not. I think that's where the regret is coming from. You haven't missed out anything. I feel like all these lessons helped you become who you are, okay? So please keep that in mind. I just think, again, somebody's not happy with the results, or they're not happy with where they're going, or they don't think they're where they want to be. But the Empress, look, this is what I'm saying. It's like the person you become is very powerful. This person knows their self-worth. This person is glorious. They're abundant. They're grateful. They are spiritual in nature. They are happy. They work hard. They understand what it is to work, create, and then like It's like you've learned all these lessons, right? And now it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, even though you haven't necessarily gotten to where you want to be. Do you see why I'm saying that? You're still building, you're still creating, you're still working on yourself, you're still on your way. It's not the end is nowhere near yet, okay? And I know somebody's upset about that, but this is just an opportunity to keep becoming, keep growing, keep being happy and at peace. And, you know, you can keep pursuing your dreams. Like, we still have a long way to go. I don't know why there's so much doubt creeping in your mind right now. Let's see what else. I'm not really like, King of Cups. Yeah, I feel like somebody thinks they messed up. They think that, because this is the King of Cups, but I feel like maybe you're just tired, but you learned a lot of amazing lessons. Don't forget that at the end of the day, I feel like this is bigger than like what you've accomplished. This is bigger than like achieving a dream or a goal. I mean, really look at the character. This has to do about the character. Have you learned to love yourself? Have you learned to give and receive? Have you learned, are you proud of the person you become? Do you have morals? Do you have virtues? Do you have skill sets that you didn't have in the past? Are you more disciplined? Do you feel like, I don't want to say if you're a good person, but I feel like there's something here about your character and you're forgetting that. It's like the person you are now, it's somebody that you would never have known that you could become 10 years ago. If you 10 years ago looked at who you are now, what would you say about yourself? That you're a giving person, that you're a kind person, that you're a caring person, that you're enough, that you give back to your community, that you are of service to your community, that you're more spiritual, or that you have like a spirit guiding you. It's like you're forgetting the most important thing. Because when you die, you really look back at everything you've accomplished, and you look back at your whole life. It's a life review. And I think you're missing the point of like, this is why you started this journey. To become more enlightened, to, you know, be happier, be with spirit, be of service. It just doesn't look like the way you expected it, but this is someone that you will be proud of. If you die tomorrow, can you say you're happy? Could you say that you're happy with the person you become, is a question. Scorpio. And 99% of you guys would say yes. Great messages. Thank you, Constance. And I think the answer is yes. If this isn't enough to keep you going, I don't know what is. Because that's the point of life. So when you start feeling low, or you start feeling like you haven't accomplished anything, that is a lie. That is ego trying to attach itself to something, because there's self-worth issues again, confidence issues, and I think you're working through that. There's something here about the 4D. You're trying to let go of that and remember why you're here. Why are you here? You're enough. It's enough. Okay, let's see what the divine has in store to say. Because I said what I had to say. What does the divine have to say? Because at the end of the day, what's the advice, right? We're going to use the Black Moon Astrology cards with the Angel, with the Starseed Oracle deck. This is activation. Remember why you're here. Remember. I feel like there's just been too many changes. And there's like a life review going on right now in your head. But it's an illusion. I feel like sometimes the mind comes in to keep track of time, keep track of like what you have to do. You have to control. There's an aspect of control here that is not needed. That was confirmation. It is not needed. That's the thing that's holding you back. If you fully surrender, you realize time is an illusion. It's not real. And you have so much to enjoy. You literally brought in heaven to earth, which is why time really is not necessary. If you surrender to it, you experience grace. You experience feelings of self-worth. You're worthy to be where you're at. You're grateful for the person you've become. You're proud of it. If no one else tells you that, you are proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. Okay? Okay. Star ancestors. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. That's what I'm saying. Go within and reclaim your source of happiness. Reclaim your power. And let go of control. When you let go of control and surrender, you're going to find something within yourself that's going to make you feel so much more happier about the person you've become. And it's going to inspire you and enlighten you to want to keep staying in the path. Because there's really nothing else to do here. You don't have to do anything. But if you are going to do something, if you're going to decide to co-create with the universe, be happy about it. That's why you're here. Might as well enjoy it. Okay? And I know it's easier said than done because I'm the first one that's going to be complaining. I know. Okay? All right? Yeah. All right. All right. That was for my Scorpios. The next reading is going to be for my Saggies. Oh, it's 4th house. Alright, I'm going to use the Black Moon Astrology cards with the Starseed Oracle deck, and I'm going to use the Anime Tarot. How's everybody doing today? The weather was amazing over here. The weather was kick-ass. I was so happy. Oh my gosh. This is really powerful. Okay, Saggies. 2143, 2845. Okay. Sagittarius, I'm getting 4th house. This talks about family. Your home, your living, the people you care about. It could talk about your mother. This could be about a mother. But I'm getting that your ancestors have given you, literally, they've been giving you or guiding you to the key or the answers you've been looking for this whole time. But they're so easy to miss. These are so easy to miss if you're not present. There's certain gifts that your guides gave to you, and I think you forgot. You're not looking. This is a 10. 28 is a 10. You're at the 10 of Cups. You're at the 10 of Cups and you don't even know it. You don't know it. I don't know why you can't see it. Sagittarius, I feel like the divine's telling you you're missing out on something, or your guides are like, hey, pay attention. Look, it's like they're giving you a gift, or they're surprising you, or telling you, look, like there's abundance here. There's goodness here. There's so much for you here. And I think you're barely like tapping into that or seeing it. in the physical. I'm talking about the physical. See? The sun. What did I tell you? It's a 10. 1 and 9 is a 10. You're here. They're literally giving you happiness, abundance, joy, telling you don't fear. You're right on time. You're right on schedule. Have some fun. Enjoy the moments. You're here. Revel in the fruits of your labor, baby. 4th house. I feel like that's what you've always wanted. A happy life, a happy family. And you have that. Or you have the tools necessary to see that. See it so you can build it. You can create a home now because it's filled with all the love in the world. And it's all yours. Live your life how you want to live it. Create a foundation that's, you can create any foundation. It's going to stand the test of time because, again, you're building your family, community, whatever it is that you're building it out of love. Real love. Which is why if it takes time, that's fine. At least you're doing it out of who you really are, authenticity. You're doing it from essence of who you are, your vitality, your creativity. It's like all your chakras are in line to create and to do and to be. And I feel like this is beautiful. You have the Holy Trinity, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bask in the sun. It's going to be an amazing summer. It's going to be an amazing summer for you. Sagittarius. Let's see what else. Oh, let's use the... I feel like you're going to spend a lot of time with your family or building family. A community with family in it. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like you're not going to be alone anymore. Or feel like left out anymore. 2 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're creating something here. If this isn't a home, I feel like wherever you're going, you're creating a home. Anywhere you go, it's your home. Because it's out of love. So it's like wherever you go, your essence, the essence of who you are will be left behind. And people are really going to enjoy that about you. They see that you're passionate. They see that you care. And they see that you want, like, it's like wherever you go, happiness or peace of mind follows. It's bigger than that, though. It's bigger than that. It's like you're leaving your signature everywhere you go. An imprint of who you are. And whether you think that resonates or that makes a difference, it does. You may not realize it because you're the one leaving the imprint, but I feel like the people around you will never forget you wherever you go or what you do, or the people that you embrace will never forget you because of the way you made them feel. Because you see how much love this person has within them. I feel like you change people's lives and you don't even realize it. I feel like people really like you and I don't even think you realize it. It's kind of shameful, I'm sorry. It's a damn shame. With the 2 of Wands, yeah. This is solid. This is stability. It's 2. You're going to build a lot of, you're going to make a lot of friends this season. But it's going to require you to trust again or be open. But I feel like you're doing that already. This is why it's going to be a great summer. Summer of fun. You're going to be trying new things and seeing what lands, what doesn't. And once like September comes in, you're going to be like, okay, now I know what works for me, what doesn't. I went and experimented all summer. So now by fall, you'll have like a blueprint of what you want to do, what you don't, what you want to invest in, what you don't, how you want to move, right? And I feel like you'll know by then. But either way, you're going to be happy. Enjoy it. Enjoy your happiness, because that's all that matters. No matter what changes in your life, no matter what happens in your life, do it from a place of happiness. Because to you, it may seem like you're going through problems, but it's not really problems. They're not really problems. Or they're not as bad as you think they are. Or you can still find the goodness in the difficult. If there's people that you're having difficulties with, it's not that big of a deal. Okay? I think you're the one that's maybe creating things out of fear. They're not that bad. Okay? Just remember that. Remember that. Let's see what else. Yeah, I feel like you're a very memorable character. I'm telling you, people respect you. People want to be around you. People want your attention. I feel like if you get into issues with people, it's because they want your attention. They just don't know how to get it. So I feel like you need to be mindful of that, and maybe you may need to give people a little bit more attention this season. Oh my God. Like if you're their mama, you might need to give people a little bit more attention or the benefit of the doubt. It's because they love you. People they may move like they don't fuck with you. They may move a certain way with ego around you, but it's because they love you or they want your attention. Do you see what I'm saying? You gotta know how to deal with people who are extra needy, or they fight you because they just want you to notice them. You have to sometimes be able to notice people or give them what they need just enough to tell them to back off. Because I feel like if you try to avoid people, that's where the issues start. I just feel like you're just trying to be happy though. I feel like you're on that no nonsense, you want no drama, you want to be happy, but I feel like that's the problem. I feel like people want to be acknowledged by you. That's what happens when you have too much power. That's what happens when you want too much power. Okay? You just make people, you bring out these things about them that make them want to fight you, or, you know, talk about you, or, you know, even be involved with you. Maybe some people just, they want to be involved with you in whatever way they can, and they're trying to see if they can. So to you, it might be like they're crossing boundaries, or to you, it might be like they're just trying to come in and tear down what you're building, but it's not that. I just think they want to be included. So try to see if you can find a way to include them, even if it's for a second, okay? Give them something, because I feel like that's what's going to get them to back off, okay? I'm just being honest with you, because your energy is so attractive. It's so potent. It's not, I'm not talking about you physically. I'm talking about your energy. It's like to die for. There's people who go around without energy like that. They cannot create that abundance within themselves, and then they see you and they're like, oh my God, water. I need water. So they're gonna go towards you because they want you. They want your energy. Now, again, I'm not saying give everybody energy. I'm just saying, like, that's why you have people that come in out of nowhere and they're messing with you, or they're like, it's like and they're doing it subconsciously and they don't know why they're doing it. And so you're looking at them like, why are they doing that? Why are they bothering you? Why are they like demanding from you? Right? It's because they want your energy. I'm not saying everyone's worthy of it. I'm just saying this is why it's happening. So you come up with a game plan as to how you can manage that. So maybe you can be just a tad bit nicer, or a tad bit engaged. Not nicer, you can be more engaged with what they're telling you, what they're doing, even if they're assholes. Okay? Because when you don't acknowledge them, they're going to think you think they're assholes. They're going to keep thinking they're assholes, and they might just be. But I feel like that's what's going to help you avoid all this conflict with people. It's going to help you avoid it. I'm telling you, people are weird. If they don't know how to go and find healing within themselves, it's like they have to go and destroy somebody else who has it. Or they want to be involved with somebody who has it and take. Right? So again, I'm not saying let them take everything from you. No. Embrace them, say hi, but set boundaries. Set boundaries and then walk away. Okay? And you can do that in a kind way. Okay? Just I'm just telling you to be mindful because your energy is so potent. You're very happy. And I feel like people are gonna come in and mess with that or just embrace you or take some of that, okay, of your happiness. Because they can't, I don't know, people are just weird like that. They don't got it like that, you know? Again, you don't have to take my advice, but I'm just telling you, you're very attractive at this time because of the happiness that's within you, that you've unlocked within yourself. There's also this sense of security with the yellow. There's a lot of security within yourself. So I feel like people want that. They don't know how to get that, so they're going to go to you so you can give them the confidence that they can't get from themselves. Because they think you're the one that's going to have to give it to them. If you say yes to them, if you approve of them, then they are worthy. It's kind of that energy. I see. I just learned something, guys. I just learned something. I'm not going to say this in the reading. We're going to skip the Saggy reading and go to the next reading and see if this is being channeled right now. I just learned something right now about what I was channeling with you guys. Thank you. You guys are the best. I love you. Whoa. Okay. Cappies. Capricorns. 4206, 4206. I love my job. I love my job. I love what I do. I love what I do. That card fell, so I'm just gonna skip it. Yeah, okay. Cappies. There's significant changes happening this week for you. Your everyday reality is presenting something to you that, again, you were not 100% conscious of it. So your reality, you know how your reality mirrors to you what you think about yourself, what you need work on, what you need healing in. It's mirroring something to you that I don't think you fully had you didn't have a grasp. You weren't 100% understanding what you were seeing. You were wondering why certain things kept repeating, or there's certain like cycles that you were repeating again, or why you kept seeing the same thing over and over again but in different people, because it was a reflection of you, but you were wondering what is it telling you, and you came up short with the answer every time. It's like you finally see it, because this is the person on the floor, and then look, you see what it's trying to tell you. You see it for what it is. Sixth house, it's like this is why your everyday environment, it's like it has to do with the way you show up to your everyday environment, right? Because it's mirroring back to you, but it's simpler than you think, or it's, now that you have the whole picture, it's like, whoa, you understand to the core as to why you need to finish a certain type of healing, because it keeps reappearing everywhere you go. For a lot of you guys, this has to do with the way you show up. Is the way you show up enough? Is it enough? Because that's what we've been talking about this whole time. This whole last 4 or 5 readings, that's exactly what we've been tapping into. Are we enough? Here's the realization. And I say we because whoever I'm reading for is part of that collective with me. This is what we're working on, okay? This is us actually reclaiming our power back and understanding that we keep seeing the same thing over and over. The same people, maybe different people, the same lesson. This has to do with self-worth. Sometimes we do things subconsciously, or our shadows do things that we're not 100% privy to or we don't accept. But these are the things that we do for either attention or to be noticed or to be seen. And we do it because we really don't feel 100% confident or secure or stable in our own energy. Again, we all deal with this. It depends on like every year or every 5 years. I feel like it becomes we work on that. We strengthen that. Our knowingness of who we are, our confidence, our sureness. We work on our vitality, right? Like our sense of being. It's something we work through with the shadow in order for us to elevate. And this doesn't happen just once. This happens every couple of years. We have to do this type of work because it's just a part of who we are. And I mean, everyone deals with this, okay? And I feel like for some of us here, we've been struggling with this one a little bit longer, or it's one type of lesson that keeps repeating itself. But if you realize, although this lesson of self-worth keeps coming up, it gets easier. It's easier. It's not difficult compared to how it used to be. We're learning, we're growing, and we're becoming more confident in who we are. And if there's areas in ourselves that we're not 100% confident in yet, we're working through the healing to get there. But I feel like the shadow, again, and if we're seeing it, if we're seeing people who you see are acting out of their shadow for their own benefit or to get attention or to get accolades, it's just a reflection of what we're seeing our shadow do. So our shadow is always going to do that. Our shadow is always going to go out there and seek attention. It's just going to do it. My point is, can we accept it? That is who we are. It's the thing that makes us ambitious. It's the thing that makes us want to be superstars. It's the thing that makes us, it drives us. It's a need that we have. Now, I'm not saying the shadow, it's going to go out there and keep doing it and get more aggressive until it gets validation. What I'm saying is we can end up taming it. But we need to be accepting of what our shadow is doing and how our shadow is subconsciously programmed to go out there and achieve or do or demand respect, demand attention, demand accolades. That's what our shadow is doing. Now that we're accepting of that, it's not so cringy. We can tap into why that's happening or why we're doing that. This is where the support comes in. Call in for advice on how to assure our ego or tell our ego that we're enough. We're enough. We don't need to go around bullying people or harassing people. Not saying that we are, but like, demanding respect or fighting people just so that you can stand your ground. It's kind of like that. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. I mean, you could. But let's accept it first that we do that, and then we can heal. And then tame it a little bit more. Because it never really fully goes away. But what we really want to do is to be accepting of it so we can tame them. We can be our own source of comfort. We can be our own source of need here. So that the shadow doesn't feel like it has to fight to get our attention. It has to fight people to be validated or seen. It doesn't have to do that. It doesn't have to fight so hard. Okay, Capricorn? Ooh. Yeah. There it is. Shadow. Part of you connecting with the higher version of you. This is it finally being accepted by you. Because that's all it really wants. That's all it really wants. Maybe you're attracting people, we are attracting people who are demanding things from us. They're demanding to be seen by us. Right? Only because, and that's their shadow doing that to us. Because it's showing us how we also reject our own shadow. We can't accept anybody else's shadow if we don't accept ours. And I feel like this is where the healing is taking place. Once we accept our shadows, everybody else's stupid shadows don't seem to pose a real threat. It's an illusion. But it's an illusion because once you accept yourself, once you acknowledge your shadows and embrace them and integrate them, you stop seeing that in real life. You stop seeing people mirroring exactly what you need. That's what they've been showing you. If you feel attacked all the time, you feel like you need to defend yourself, it's because of that. That's all your shadow wants, is you. My shadow just wants me. It wants assurance that it belongs there. That was confirmation. It belongs. And it is up to us to make sure we do that. Damn, that reading was powerful. This is why I love to channel. Because I be checking my ass. I check my own self. You know, I could just as easily talk about love lives, and I can just as easily talk about, sell you guys the American dream or whatever dream you want. But I don't know why I don't do it. The Knight of Pentacles there. Sorry, it fell. Here you are, Capricorn. Once you embrace this, there's no going back. What is it about your shadow that scares you so much? Or why does your shadow feel like it's not enough? But I feel it's not what it is, because I feel like the shadow is demanding integration, is demanding you. Why are you afraid to accept your shadow? Is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? I don't think it is. I think it's actually beautiful. I really do. Your shadows are absolutely divine. Okay, that was for my Capricorns. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is what we've been working towards. Becoming more patient, more loving, more understanding, but it starts with us. It starts with us. These two cards keep appearing every time on my readings. Let me time down. The next reading is going to be for my Aquarius, my Aquarius. Okay, 54, 48. Okay. There you go. What did I say? Your shadow is integrating with your light, and you become one. Because it was two separate entities. We were working on, you might have seen the King of Cups a lot, talking about balance. You might have seen the Two of Cups a lot, The Lovers a lot because it talks about balance within self. You want balance in your whole world, we need to start with ourselves, and I feel like that's what we've been missing. This is the next step to be more in balance, is surrender, integration between this version of shadow and this version of light. Because what did I say? We keep talking about this every season. The more light that comes in within you, the more darkness we see within ourselves. That's shadow. And I feel like the whole point is to get these two to come to an understanding. And all of a sudden, it's not a battle between these two, right? Opposite effects. It's not so much of a battle now. It can actually come together and become one. All paths lead home. I kept seeing these two and I did not really get it until I got it. We got it now. There, we got it. Now you can claim what is really you, essentially you. You can claim it, integrate it, and make it yours. Now you can create with more power, more intensity, or not even intensity, more. You can create more because there's more. It's like acceptance of who you are or where you're going. It's true acceptance of where you're off to, what you're gonna do. Because it's like that's the whole point. You had all this light come in. What did we talk about? The 5D, 6D. That's a lot of light coming in into the body. But that's the whole point. That's why all this light was coming in, so that we can work with it. Now the shadow can work with that. The shadow gets exposed. Now it's integration time. You were wondering why all this light was coming in and saying, oh, well, it's so that we can ascend. How are we going to ascend if the shadow's still there? It hasn't fully been acknowledged by you. Or the shadow hasn't fully acknowledged the light. Either way, it's a battle, right? And now we got them all together. We're working on it. We're working on it. Let's see what else. Let me use a different deck. I don't know. Do I want to use this one? What card is this? I'll use a different deck. Let's use the Lunel. Eight of Cups. That's why it was such a struggle. This light that came in from above made us face some shit that was really, really scary. This is the part, the darkest parts within ourselves, because these are the parts of self. It's not just that we didn't reclaim these parts of self, right? These are the parts of self that feel the most insecure. These are the parts of self that feel abandoned, left behind, sacrificed, used, abused. The system failed us. Maybe our parents failed us. Our friends failed us. Our significant others failed us. I mean, like, we failed ourselves. This is the worst parts of ourselves. The parts of ourselves that feel the most rejection, abandonment, fear. That's why the shadow it was so hard to tame it, right? Because it was feeling jealousy, it was feeling rage, it was feeling pain, neglect, to the deepest, darkest, to the core. How do you tame a shadow that feels that much fucking pain? That feels so left behind or forgotten by God, by the world. And so all it knows is you're going to be left behind. You're going to be abandoned again. That's all it knows. That people treat us like shit. We're not worthy of anything. We were left to die. Look at this flower. It can't survive in this toxic ass environment. We're left to die. That's why. That's why it's hard to reclaim it. That's why it's hard to cry. Because as far as you're concerned, your shadow is concerned, there was no justice here. As far as your shadow is concerned, there will never be justice here. So now your higher self is like, okay, this is how deep the wounding and the programming is, right? Because of what you've been through. I don't even want to call it programming. What you've been through was so fucking horrible. Now it needs it's been nothing but patient and loving and understanding, because this is going to take some time to get your shadows to trust yourself, your higher version of self, to get our shadows to trust God again. As far as you were concerned, there was no God. Your shadow didn't believe in God. It didn't have faith in God because it thinks God left them behind. So now your higher self is like, yes, your guides are like, yes, we know. Nobody came to help. And yet they're trying so desperately to smooth everything over and get us to believe again, get us to take baby steps, and to get us to come back out into the light. It's retraining ourselves to believe that God didn't forget about us, or that God won't leave us behind this time. Even though that's so hard to stomach. It's so hard to believe that God's not going to leave us this time. And yet you're still choosing to show up every day. Your shadow's choosing to listen. It may not be 100% willing, but it's there to listen while this integration is taking place. So right now, I think there's a lot of love and patience and understanding for how deep the wounding is, for how much you've been through. And that's what's going to get you to start over, to be able to integrate and rebuild again. But it requires trust and patience. Because remember, relationships aren't built overnight. It requires years and dedication of trust, consistency, understanding, patience, and unconditional love. And that's essentially what your higher self is doing with your shadow, with the biggest parts of self that feel wounded, injustice, left behind, neglected. That's what your shadow, that's what we're working on. Do you see why this requires a lot of love, understanding, patience? Do you see why? Because we're essentially reparenting ourselves when all our shadow really wants to do is cry. Congratulations, Aquarius. Aquarius is now, it's a masculine sign, and Aquarius is all about wanting to think logically, and it wants to move ahead, and it's a vision, or it's all about vision and the future and what it can build and how it can serve humanity. Let's start with how we can serve ourselves, because that's the most important thing. How can we be more loving and understanding in serving ourselves first? Everything else will follow, but that's priority. You see why the healing had to take place over everything else? Over work, over career, over, besides your children, you had to take the priority was you. Okay, this is why we have seasons of sitting still and taking action. And I think Aquarius, that was starting to hurt you. I feel like pride, it was affecting your pride. Or maybe there was a lot of resistance and pride because you did not want to go there. You did not want to tap into this darkness, or because you knew it required a lot of healing. And Aquarius isn't about that. Aquarius feels uncomfortable in emotions sometimes. It just wants to think rationally about how it can get ahead, how it can serve humanity, how it can move on. You can't move on yet. It's not possible. Your reality is not going to change or shift too much if the inside isn't caught up. So again, it's time to be in the feminine energy, sit still, and learn to reparent, because that's going to take time. Then eventually we can think about how we're going to serve our community, or we can think about how we can move ahead. Okay? All right, that was for my Aquarius. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The next reading is going to be for my Pisces. Yay, Pisces. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Last reading for today, 6611, Pisces. Okay. I feel like Grand Cross is here. I don't know if I should take it or should leave it. I don't need more than one card. Look. As above, so below. As above, so below. You want strong foundations. You want your reality to change. It seems impossible at this moment, but it's because you understand of the minor details. The minor details are exactly, it's like big picture thinking. You're thinking big, right? But it's all about the minor details. You want to change the exterior. The minor details inside are so important at this moment. It's like the bigger you want to think, the minor you have to see. You have to have the eye lenses, the 20/20 vision for the microscopic, macro, right? Microscopic. And I feel like that because you have to look at the details. You want to build a strong foundation, you need to look at the details. The resources you have, you need to look at how you want to construct the building, essentially, how you want to, what materials you want to use, how much energy can you spend focusing on a single room. Whatever you're creating, right? It almost seems like it's inner world and outer world. But a lot of detail has to go within the inside. If you do this correctly, start from the smallest detail and work your way, which will take some time. But if you do it that way, later on, you won't have to go back. You won't really have to go back and redo it. Okay? Because if you miss out on the minor details, you're gonna have to go back and restart or fix something, or there's gonna be delays. Take your time while you're working on the minor details, so that eventually, once you're done with the minor details, you'll start seeing your foundation, and it's going to be solid, and then you can stack whatever you want on top of it. But you want this to be solid, and you want this to be done right, thorough, the first time around. I feel like whoever you are, you may struggle with the minor details, or you might get sidetracked, or you might get impatient with the little details. So I feel like this message is definitely ringing in home for you, Pisces, because Pisces are big dreamers. Pisces think of like, oh, this is what I want, this is how I want it to go. But it's like, slow down and come back to reality here for a second, and remember, the minor details matter. This week, this month, this year. Because once we start building, that's what we're doing. We're already building. Let's make sure we don't have to go back and redo it over. If a tower comes in, if a tower comes in, it's change, right? But let it be a minor tower. A minor tower where we just have to, kind of see how we can fix minor details, right? But the little things. Don't let it be a big tower, because if it's a big tower like that, means that our foundations were faulty to begin with. There wasn't stability there. There wasn't strong enough support, which is why the tower came in. Okay, so take your time. What you're building, what you're doing, is going to last a lifetime. This is technically the lifetime. So take your time, enjoy the process. But in like 5 years, I'm telling you, 3 years, you're going to see, whoa, you're like, whoa. Thank God you didn't take the shortcut, because I feel like somebody here, some of y'all, including myself, want to take shortcuts because it's taking too long. It's taking longer than you anticipate. And you put in so much work to get to where you're at. And you want to do so much, you want to accomplish so much that you might not have enough time in this lifetime to get it done. I understand that. Nevertheless, I know how ambitious your soul is. Our souls are very ambitious. But remember, in 3 years' time, 3 years are going to pass anyways. If we build this right the first time, not like other times where we try to build on top of stack other things on top of other things, only to realize that we had to start from zero because nothing was able to stand firm. Okay? If we do this correctly this one time, even if it takes 3 years, without taking shortcuts, because I know that's how people get. Look at all the shortcuts people take, and look what happens. Towers come in, delays come in. People have to start all over. Or we know how that looks. We've been there. We've done that. We're not doing that again. And remember, I feel like the devil's going to come in to try to sway us to do this quicker, to get accolades quicker, to get our dreams quicker. But if we do it right and we stick to the path, as authentic as we are, and focus on the minor details day in, day out, I'm telling you, in 3 years' time, it's still not going to be complete, but you're going to see some results. 3 years are going to pass anyways, but at least you could sit there and say in 3 years that you did this the right way. You didn't sell out. You didn't do it for the money. You did it out of pure love, faith, and creativity. And I know in this world that may not mean much to people who do things on the fast lane, because people just really want to see results. And I can understand that. People want rewards with no risks, potentially no risk, but this is going to take time. I know it's not what we want to hear. I know it's not. But I'd rather us do it right, the way we think we should show up, versus the way we want it done, right? Which is fast. I want the money now. I want to be rich now. I want the attention now, the accolades now, right? I'm not mad at you. I feel like some people are doing that now. They're selling out now. They're doing things out of like pure money, just for the money. They're doing things for, the accolades, for the respect, but they're selling out. And later down the line, they're going to try to course correct, and it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder. So again, it's your choice, free will, but I feel like if you do this the right way now, you don't have to deal with bigger delays later down the road. It gets easier for us. The people that did it right, not even the right, because I don't want to say right or wrong. The people that showed up authentic now, the people that show up authentic now, it gets easier down the road. If you sell out now, it's going to get harder to be more disciplined down the road. Okay, there's a reason why we say that. Keep that in mind. Okay. Any questions, comments regarding hey everyone. Hi, sweetie. How are ya? The Pisces reading. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. Of pure light. I feel like this is sacrifice. I feel like somebody's feeling that they have to sacrifice a lot. They have to sacrifice a lot now with no results. That's true. God's people sacrifice so much. They sacrifice everything with no results for a long time. But later on, mark my words. People say it all the time. Mark my words. It gets easier. Then you get the accolades. After your character, you build character, you get the accolades. You get respect. You get the money. But it's because you did it authentically. How many people can say that? They show up and they're authentic. They show up and they're purely there because this is who they are. They could be of service to the community, but it has to be authentic. Because if it's not, what are you selling? Because essentially we're just selling ourselves in a way. We're showing up as ourselves. But make sure you're showing up as you and not somebody else. Because I'm telling you, it when you sell out like that for the money, you lose yourself. And I feel like that's why God tells you all that rejection, all that hard work, all that discipline builds the character. And then you get the accolades, you get the money, you get all of that, okay? This is a good reminder to me because I feel like sometimes I just want to sell out. Sometimes I just want to go and do it a different way. But I just keep remembering of all the other people before me that did it the right way. And they are grateful. There's abundance, there's a surplus, they're doing great, they're successful, and it's because they did it the correct way, focusing on the minor details, day in, day out, discipline, day in, day out. They show up and they're grateful and they enjoy the moment, and then boom, the time's gonna pass by anyways. But at least they could sit there and say they did it their way. No regrets. Okay? Or you could sell out. I mean, but look at the Diddy trial. I'm just saying. You could sell out your whole life and have nothing to show for it later on. I see it happen all the time. People sell out, get fancy cars, go after a career that makes them so much fucking money, but they're not free. So what's the point of having all this money if they're not free? They didn't dare to dream. They didn't dare to live, create the life that they knew they had the potential to do. Let that not be us. Let that not be for us, because it's not who we are. It's not what we're drawn to. It's not. God made us the way we are for that reason. Light workers, I don't think that we're supposed to be liked. If we are not of the matrix, how can the matrix accept us? How can the matrix like us? It can't. That's the whole point. We're the revolutionary people. We're the anti. How are we supposed to be liked if we go against the norm? If we do it through God's way, which is the opposite of what society, TV shows us, the fast lane, fast cars, fast money, a rich house. That's just how we are. And so, shout out to us. Shout out to the people that are doing it God's way. God's way. And one day you will be rewarded for it. You will. There will be people that will thank you for the service that you do and the way that you show up and the way that you create, as authentic as you are. Okay? Okay? I think that's it. This is you. Child of the cosmos, don't forget why you're here. why you're amazing as you are. You're the perfect design as God created you. Do not forget that that's why you're here. You are the light against all the fucking darkness. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Yes, it might be a little more difficult now, but it gets easier. Remember that. This is the life we chose. What you want me to tell you? This is the life we chose. We could have easily said, no, fuck that, and sold out. We could easily go and do it the wrong way. We could easily sell our souls. Easily. And yet we still show up. I don't know. You can call it insanity. I mean, I don't know. But it's all we know. It's God's path. Okay? Alright, that was from Pisces. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I felt like that reading was hardcore. Hardcore. Okay, now we're transitioning into playtime. Does anybody have a question regarding the reading? Comments? Anything like that? Anything like that? How's everybody doing today? Hey, welcome. Like 5. Hey, thank you, Mr. Singh. Singh. Harma. Does anybody have a question they want to ask? Doesn't have to be about the reading. It could just be about energy checkup, updates, anything like that. Let me know. Excuse me. I want to know about my career. Okay, you get a 1 card, 1 pull for you, Mr. Singh. If you want to know more, you gotta donate. Cash App, PayPal, or YouTube, okay? That's fine, but you get 1 card, 1 pull, okay? A yes or no. It's a yes or no question. You ready? Interesting. For Mr. Singh. I feel you're moving out of fear. You're stuck because you're moving out of fear. You're trying to move, but that's not the advice. The advice is to let go. Let go. I feel like it's getting more difficult because you're trying to force your will instead of just being open to what's available. If you feel frustration, fear, you're trying to move and you're feeling like out of it, it's because you need to surrender. Yeah. So stop moving. Breathe. Surrender. Let go of control and the outcome and just be. Exactly. But because that fear is consuming you, so you can't see. There's the answer's in front of you, but you can't see it because you're too worried about like needing the answer. So you're blocking your own answer. Do you see what I'm saying? The opportunity's literally there. You can't see it though. Okay. If you want to get deeper into your reading, you can donate on YouTube right now, okay? Or Cash App, PayPal. And then we can get deeper into what you're about to see, okay? Oh, this looks good too. This looks really good. Thank you so much, you guys. Okay, take care. Alright, does anybody else have a question? Yeah, I know I'll be hitting hard. Stop playing with me. I think that's it. Okay. How's everybody doing today? Alright, I think I'm gonna call it if nobody has a question or no one has any comments. I don't even know. I don't want to log out yet, but I'm trying to see. A chill day. Yeah. It's been chill. It has been. Actually, I agree with you on that one. It's been a calm day. How was my day? It was very calm. I had a moment where I didn't feel my best, but then it was like, hold on, I gotta breathe. And then it like felt better. But I've been feeling a little bit of fear, if I can be honest. I've been feeling a little bit of fear, and then just like with changes that are coming in. But I feel like I if I slow down, then it was chill. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it was really calm, and then the weather was really nice. So I know a lot of people were working today, so on this beautiful Friday. Yeah. Yeah, summer's coming. Summer solstice is going to be here in like 2 weeks. It flies by. What are we going to do for the summer solstice? Do I want to do like a summer solstice reading? Oh my god, that'd be so cool. And we could start it like at 9 p.m. because that's when like the sun sets. Or we could do it the day prior. We could do it like at this time, the day prior, and just see how it goes. We can do a whole summer solstice reading, energy update, and then talk about like how the summer is gonna go. We can talk about the elements, or we can just do a 12-sign forecast with it. I mean, I don't know. There's just so much we can do with that. I might do that. I might just do like a summer solstice forecast for the summer, and then we can do like the elements: air, fire, earth, water, and then see like, you know, each energy. That sounds sweet. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think we all deserve that. Yes. A nice, beautiful afternoon with no drama, just calm. Yes. Sounds sweet. Yes. We can do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I want to do that with summer solstice reading. We can even do it outside now that I'm thinking about it. Should we do it outside? I think we should. I'm gonna be bold enough to do that. We're gonna do a summer solstice reading at the park. Yo, that'd be crazy. Maybe. We'll see. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing well tonight on this beautiful Saturday at this point, depending on where you're at in the world, right? How's everybody doing? Under a nice shaded tree. I'm gonna bring my squirrel friends to come and say hi to you guys during the live. I have a squirrel friend and a bunny friend. I'm gonna bring a couple of the animals to come say hi to you guys. Nature. Cute, I know, right? Little bunny friends and shit. I love bunnies, and I like just squirrels. They're awesome. They're fantastic. Yes. Definitely ready for June. June. Okay, cause yeah. I feel like a really nice summer for a lot of people. A lot of fun, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. Collectively, I sense that. Okay. Welcome to all the viewers. If you guys have any questions, you can ask, drop them in the chat. We can just chill for a little bit, talk about ourselves, what we're dealing with, our struggles, anything like that. We can talk about it here. And if it's past your bedtime, I know it's past my bedtime too. I'm just kidding. I don't go to sleep at this time. Alright. I think that's it. If nobody has any questions, I'm gonna call it. I will timestamp the video for you guys, the reading, so that you guys can see these whenever you want to go back and take a look at them, okay? Alright guys, thank you so much. I love you. Until next time.